It's kind of funny when you think about it. Some of the most powerful writing out there breaks a fundamental rule of conversation. It talks to things that can't talk back. It's a really fascinating technique, and it's basically a literary secret weapon for creating pure, raw emotion. So let's dive in.
Wow. You've probably heard this famous line, right? The poet isn't just thinking about death, he's speaking directly to it, like he's looking at right in the eye. This incredible device is exactly what we're unpacking today, and it's called apostrophe.
It does seem a little strange, doesn't it? A character yelling at the stars, a poet talking to a memory, a hero pleading with fate. Why do they do it? Well, it's not just for dramatic flair. It's a very specific tool designed to pull us, the reader, right into the middle of an intensely emotional moment. Okay, so let's get down to it. What exactly is apostrophe? Let's break down the official definition. I promise it's a lot simpler than it sounds. And once you get it, you'll see how powerful it is. The most important part here is the direct address. The speaker isn't talking about something, they are talking to it. Think about the huge difference between saying, I miss my friend, and looking up at the sky and saying, my friend, if only you could see me now. One is just a statement. The other is a cry from the heart.
And get this, the range of who or what this listener can be is pretty wild. It could be someone who's just not in the room, someone who has passed away, or even something like the moon, the ocean, or a big abstract idea like hope or destiny.
And this, right here, is the effect in a nutshell. Apostrophe makes us feel like we're eavesdropping on a really private, vulnerable moment. The writer is basically pulling back the curtain on their inner world, and we get to see that raw emotion pour out. It feels incredibly intimate and so engaging.
Okay, so now we know what it is, but how do you actually spot it out in the wild when you're reading? Let's break down a super practical toolkit that'll make it really easy to identify. Here are 5 simple tricks. Just think of this as your official spotter's guide. We're going to walk through each one with a quick example so you can see what I mean. First up, this one's the easiest telltale sign by far. Just look for that little word O or O. As soon as you see a writer exclaim, "Oh moon," or "Oh love," they are directly calling out to something. It's a huge clue that apostrophe is in the house. Okay, trick number 2 is what I like to call the talking to the non-human rule. And it's as simple as it sounds. If the speaker is having a chat with something that can't possibly respond, the wind, the stars, an idea like fate, you've almost certainly found apostrophe. Trick 3 is a really cool 1-2 punch. It's personification plus a direct address. So here, the abstract idea of night is given a human quality. It's gentle. And then it's spoken to directly with a command, come. Writers tap into this because our brains are already wired to see human qualities everywhere. All right, next up, just check the listener. Ask yourself this simple question. Is the person or thing being spoken to actually there and able to respond? If the answer is no, because they're gone or imaginary or just a memory, then you have very likely found an apostrophe. And finally, the calling out emotion test. This is just classic apostrophe. The speaker takes a feeling that's inside of them, sorrow, and turns it into an external character that they can actually confront and question. It's just incredibly dramatic. So we know what it is and we know how to spot it. But why does it even matter? Why do writers go to all this trouble? Let's get to the real core of its emotional power. This side-by-side really says it all, doesn't it? I feel sorrow is fine. It's a flat statement. It tells us about an emotion. But, oh sorrow, why do you follow me? That makes us feel the emotion right along with the speaker. It transforms a simple feeling into a dramatic personal struggle. So you can see this is way more than just a fancy trick. It adds real depth. It dials the emotional intensity way up. It creates instant drama. It makes huge ideas like love or death feel totally real. And it just pulls the reader so much deeper into the experience. And that right there is the heart of it. At its absolute best, apostrophe elevates a piece of writing from a simple description into this profound heart-to-heart conversation with the biggest forces in our lives, with nature, with memory, with our own emotions. So I'll leave you with a final thought. This device isn't just for famous poets. It's really just a way of externalizing our deepest thoughts. So if you could have a direct conversation with one thing that can't talk back, an idea, an object, a memory, what would you say?